Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message I reach them.
What we do here is back.
You know, which teach them the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, peeps. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class. Episode number 210. Go for all your family, go for all your friend. You understand what I say, peeps? Manners and respect, you know. Just that everybody has been having a wonderful weekend. You know the week start. You know what I mean? You know, say a Sunday night. You see me, tomorrow Monday morning early and bright. Seeing the plantation beckons. You understand what I say? For the people that move up on the working on the Sunday night and big up on yourself and move up the shift soon finishing. And for the people that move up on them way home, get home safely. And for the people that move their home, ready for listen to teach you about some things we have to jam down. Jam rock. Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vice Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelly and Fraser Price. Some more people. You know what I think? Politicians say they want more money. You understand? Mailpac we have IPO soon. Brigadier Jerry where they are foreign and some local troubles. Shaggy where people are dealing with him. Shabby. You understand me? I say, you know them things that we got to talk about 9 nights and peeps. Peeps, manners and respect. We there, yeah, mama and papa. Good night. Soon forward.
Kaboom! Teach them. Always make message I reach them. You know, which teach them the an intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, you always up to teach them. Hey, yo, hello. The message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Down in Jamaica, break it back and grace. I think. Don't forget to suck me and boom. That's up me and boom. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm in the piece. I can balance the thing. You understand? Is in. Alright. Now I balance it. So I can balance it. So. Come on. Now I get on now for this. Hold on the peeps. I try to fix that thing. Alright. I could drop this so we can see this. Boom. So. The recorder stick. Peace, I don't know if you know see me, you know, it is a YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming as such. Viewers with Oliver something. I don't know if you know see me good. Peace, I decided this tonight. Oh, first and foremost, if the stream crash, do not come off of the stream. Try to refresh the stream and just be patient. You know, there's a lot of changes occurring as it relates to YouTube these days. And as such, what I am doing is trying to get a feel of the new things, studio better and all of them something there. I have not streamed using the new streaming control room as yet. So tonight is the first time. I'm gonna stream out to Facebook or Twitter tonight. So I'm gonna get a test run and see if everything balancing and checking and clocking and them something there. You understand me? I say it give me one look error here, so I don't like see this still what. You know what thing? I can't control everything. Where this gone? And this should be over the top of that. You understand? Alright, so I'm okay about this come right here, so. Yeah, peeps. So hopefully everything smooth out tonight. You understand? Very few things in the house I use the internet. So we just check everything to see if everything plug in. As I said to you a few streams ago, there are a lot of changes currently occurring with YouTube, especially children. The FCP, I think I saw them name and thing. So a lot of change are on the way. So you will see me doing less videos that are related to children being kidnapped or missing or murdered. The moment I do a video related to somebody under the age of 13, whether them name, whether them face, I use animation or anything, cartoon where will attract children, that will be violation of the new laws and contravention. And that's such a moment you do a video like that, you have to state say your video is made for children, and the moment the video is made for children, it cannot be monetized. No comments can go up on the video, you can't put no end screen, you can't put in a card. So a whole heap of little changes. So the possibility, yeah, the COPPA. So a whole heap of changes are coming. I think the deadline to get your channel up and running with all the new guidelines is the 1st of January. So, I mean, there are going to be implications on many of us, financially and otherwise. So, I could say, you understand, I have gone through changes since I've been on YouTube with the platform, and I have survived. So, I could see how I want to go and see how best we can, deal with the thing. Because at the end of the day, we would have invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money in building this. You understand, and we do this. So, yes, disseminate the information in a factual, concise, precise, and objective manner, but at the end of the day we also do this to make money. You understand me? I said at the second job this. So at the end of the day we treat it like that, and when the changes are up on us, we have to adjust and adapt and modify. Cause we don't grow soft like that, so we're willing to ride out this time. You know what I mean? Peeps, share the stream for me now. You understand? You know what I think go. So we have to get rid of that. We'll talk about that some more as we go along and stuff. So tonight we're going to read about some things, look at dengue situation, some whole heap of other look up crime issues around the island. The Shaggy situation, I have not really touched that as yet. I did the video. The whole Tesha Miller situation. Politicians, MPs say them want more money. You know, I'm going to talk about that tonight. You understand? Because I got so much things to say right now. You know what I mean? And thing. So I'm going to get into it because, night I come. So we have to have a little fun. 1 knock, 2 knock and knock off. Manners and respect in the family. Up and running. Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Yes, I. So, since the start of the year, January the 1st, to voice a stick. Is anybody else having audio issues? If you're having audio issues, just come out of the stream and forward back in the stream and see if everything clean. See? Advertisement around upon this. Sorry guys, advertisement I run on this, so I'm gonna make a little money there, so I'm gonna try to check out the stream, see how it's on. Audio is okay. Ren, restart your stream, Empress. See? Advertisement I run over here, so what? Money I'm making a night. See? Alright, so them say, most people say it up and running. Ren, please just come out of the stream and log in back now, please, and thanks, and see if that working. Essence, manners. You understand? Candy, good night, Empress. How are you? I know I normally say in the stream more time and for shout you out and thing. I never get round to it. You understand? Candy Wow, official page channel. Big up yourself in the Empress. Manners. So peeps, 6,114 suspected cases of dengue would have been confirmed by the Ministry of Health since the start of the year to where we are now. That's a lot of cases. 6,114. Among, of the 6,114, 44 persons have been confirmed dead in relation to the dengue epidemic. I think that is what it is now. It's no longer a dengue outbreak. It's a epidemic proportion. See? So Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, told the Parliament one day last week that since 2019, there have been 10,559 notifications of dengue cases in Jamaica. Of that number, so listen that in the peeps, notifications of dengue, which are suggestions that dengue fever might have been contracted by somebody, reported notifications 10,559, and of those 10,559 notification of dengue cases, suspected 6,114 have been classified as being suspected cases, presumed or confirmed as of November the 7th. Tufton said that there have been 44 deaths. Adding that people aged 5 to 14 years old represents a group with the highest number of deaths. He pointed out that the ministry's blood transfusion service is challenged to keep up with the demand for blood platelets to treat the serious and severe dengue cases. And them something there. So I hear them say them earmark must $1.3 billion to combat the whole dengue outbreak situation. So we'll watch that and see how it go. We'll watch that and see what sort of developments are had and what kind of programs are implemented. Yes, the fogging thing has been ongoing, but at the end of the day, how much better the situation gotten as a result of the fogging? What we need to do is to eradicate almost entirely the ones that we can control, the mosquito breeding sites. See? Yeah, man, the voice sound crisp and clean. You know what I mean? Yeah, peeps. So now, as I said, what we need for those as a country, as a government, as private citizens, is to eradicate as best as we can, as much as we can, the mosquito breeding sites in our immediate environs and surroundings. You understand? Our home next to our yard. You understand? Any standing water, any old tire and all bucket and things that is collecting that are collecting water for mosquitoes to breed in, because mosquitoes don't breed in moving water, or laying moving water. They do that in standing water. So in Jamaica we say water was stagnant. You understand what I say? So we need to take care to ensure that our immediate environs are free of mosquito breeding sites, and that is the only way we really and truly are going to impact this outbreak of dengue. Because if the breeding grounds are still intact and we keep on have the tires then we're gonna fall in and the old tins and the jump them we're gonna fall and collect water you understand, and we have puddles and pools of water in and around our houses and our yards, then the mosquito them are continually and breed up and the Aedes aegypti mosquito will continue to proliferate, and we're fighting a losing battle if we don't take a stance. You understand? So fogging, yes, but there have also been scientific studies that mosquitoes are becoming immune to the chemical that is used in the fogging process. So right now, a smoky mosquito, they must smoke that. You understand? You understand, and I get high. You see me? So we have to be careful here, sir. Yeah, peeps. Hopefully, I don't have to break too much on the stream in the night. I kind of have a local condition. We don't need to get into the details of the condition, but it did it. You understand what I say? So if we say we cut out a little bit, then you know what thing don't go away. You feel me? Yeah. So it's an excellent connection. So you say look like a stream I go on good. You understand what I say? Current viewers, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I see some nice looking information. Yes, man. This not so bad. Saying 64 likes. Current viewers 214, 216. You understand? Average watch time for current viewers are 2 minutes and 21. I could have wanna go on and come view for 2 minutes. I wanna stay here. You understand me? I say, yeah man. Alright peeps, so I could go on, move on. You understand? Zippy. You see that's why we don't really tell people business more time, because you see, me only know a little reasoning for a little confidential level, and right now we think on the road. Tell your star. More time for just keep your thing to yourself. You see? No peeps, I would have spoken about this case one of them time not so long ago, Zane, we see what go on and now it has said former cop fails to get sentence reduced for public killing of his lover. You understand what I say? A former police constable who was convicted in 2016 for killing his girlfriend after she ended their relationship has failed in his bid to have his minimum sentence of 25 years imprisonment reduced. The Court of Appeal has ruled that former constable Lincoln McCoy's sentence was not excessive and he should serve 25 years before being eligible for parole consideration. McCoy, who was assigned to the Buff Bay Criminal Investigation Branch office in Portland, shot and killed his 21-year-old lover, a cashier, Jessica King, of Millbank in the parish, after the two had an argument which stemmed from claims that the woman decided to end the relationship. So the woman decided to end the relationship, him decided to end female life, essentially. You understand what I say? It is alleged that after he killed King, Zane shooting her twice at close range to the throat and forehead. In Jamaica we say forehead. You understand? He then shot himself twice in an attempted suicide. So the man, the Empress apparently said she gonna end the relationship. Brother never ready for it done yet. Him shoot her twice, once in her neck and once in her forehead, and then him shoot for himself twice. You understand? Them say unfair game play twice. Me don't know. You see? So he tried to kill himself. So the events occurred at the Errol Flynn Marina, pictures of which you're seeing in the background. You understand? Beautiful place. You understand? In Port Antonio at approximately 6 p.m. on the 14th of August 2013. So the two injured persons were taken to the Port Antonio Hospital where King was pronounced dead. McCoy was treated and later airlifted to the Kingston Public Hospital for further treatment. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom later charged McCoy with murder. At the trial, the Crown depended on the evidence of two witnesses. A male witness said he heard the couple arguing on the day of the incident, and then explosions rang out. A statement read at the trial from a female witness said McCoy had a handgun in his right hand, which he pointed at the woman's face. The witness recalled seeing King on her knees begging for her life from the constable. The witness further said she got scared and started to run from the scene when she heard a gunshot and saw McCoy with the gun in his outstretched right hand, according to the statement. But in his sworn testimony at the trial, McCoy denied any involvement in King's death or that he shot himself. Someone here real McCoy. Not. He claimed that he and King were talking when they were attacked and shot. So I never know so them they were testing the ballistic signature of the rounds found in the lady and the spent casings thereby and them something. Boy. The man said while testifying at his own trial, denied any involvement in his girlfriend's death or that he shot himself. He claimed that he and King were talking when they were attacked and shot, probably by him alter ego. However, he was convicted by a jury on the 13th of April 2016 in the Home Circuit Court, and weeks later, on the 6th of May 2016, trial judge Justice Lloyd Hibbert, now retired, sentenced the former constable to life imprisonment, ordering that he serve 25 years before being eligible for parole consideration. Mr. want to tell you something. McCoy appealed the sentence, which was dismissed. The Court of Appeal, in its decision, said it cannot be reasonably said that the sentence the trial judge, imposed is manifestly excessive to warrant the intervention of this court. It is well within the established range of sentences for a murder committed in these circumstances. You see, if I was a judge, I would have sentenced him to life in prison for killing the girl and sentence him to 25 to life for trying to kill himself. 2 murder we involved in. You understand? But never mind. So peeps, you know politicians, we're going to talk about politicians quite a bit tonight on a buckle on a seatbelt. You understand? A long time I not cut out none of the stream for your individual video. I think I might get a few sound bites this week. Politicians, the thing that most politicians anyway, the thing that they do best is to orate, to talk. They are extremely good at it. And based on my observation and continued monitoring of our politicians, I have come to the conclusion that one such politician, one of the smooth talkers, you understand, is Matthew Samuda. See, Matthew Samuda have made some very, very bold moves and statements in the House of Representatives. He was the politician sometime last year who proposed that hanging should be reinstated. You understand? He is also now suggesting that any person found guilty of killing a child should be sentenced to a minimum of 30 years. You understand? He seemed to be somebody who does not mince his words. He seemed to be somebody who, as Assassin said, I just attack how me feel. No man no fear. We in a spy kill. You understand what I say? Him not really say spy kill part still, but him just talk how him feel. But I have to put it in the part there. Because man not really a spy kill. You understand? Big up Agent Saska. Anyway, you're there, brother. You understand what I say? Them say we look alike. So right now we are think alike. You understand what I say? You understand? Not tattoo in a face and not do no skin peel. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Godspeed. Never mind. So Matthew has said, sentence child killers to 30 years. I wonder if when Mr. Samuda speaks, his boss, the Prime Minister, listens him or entertain anything we have to say. You understand? But in all honesty, it's one of the younger politicians who really and truly not really mincing words. You have to give a man credit where credit is due. Whether it's genuine here or there, I can't decide that. But I can tell you what him say. Him say hanging for be reinstated. You understand? I think I did even do a video about that. Zine. And he must say right now from your killer youth, no road for you. 30 years at least. And I agree with this. Zine. Government Senator Matthew Samuda wants child killers and those who rape children to face tough penalties with mandatory minimum sentences of 30 years. Nothing wrong with that. Something there. Police statistics indicate that between the 1st of January and the end of September this year, 34 children, 17 years and under, have been murdered. Of the number, the breakdown is 25 boys and 9 girls. You know, I was reading the article and I say, you know, as media practitioners, we kind of not fear most time in how we bring across the news items. Because I could do the maths. And I am guilty of this. I can put up my hand and say I'm guilty of this too. Zine, of the 34 children killed since the start of the year, 17 and under, 25 of them have been boys and 9 girls. And I can assure you that myself and many other persons only reported or did videos on the cases where the girls were murdered. See, and I suppose it is a part of our mentality and psyche, especially me as a man, where we tend for one naturally protect the females. Well, me personally, you understand what I say? That I guess it's just a little thing that about me still. I am more inclined to protect the females than the males. See, and we need to have balance in that media thing as still. Like, we talk about it, but we don't normally do individual videos. And I think normally the reaction from the population, Zine, and the public on a whole, there's normally more outcry, Zine, and more public display of anger when a girl is murdered than when a boy is murdered. For some strange reason. I suppose it probably have to do with how we were socialized. It have to do how we view women versus how we view men. But I think we need to be a little bit more balancing in reporting these stories, because the reality is that you then think some more females would have been more girl children would have been killed than boys based on how we normally report the stories them. You understand what I say? So we need to look into that still and thing. You understand? Zine, 9 girls and 25 boys. But I digress. In his contribution to the State of the Nation debate in the Upper House last week, Samuda made suggestions that could enhance the protection of the nation's children. He called for telecoms providers to participate more vigorously in the Ananda Alert System, which was established in 2009 after the abduction and murder of schoolgirl Ananda Dean. As a matter of fact, one of the subscribers on the channel, I think Diamond Clark, Diamond would have gone out of her way to show me what happens when a child is reported missing in Canada. I don't remember if it is Toronto where she resides or where. You understand? But the moment a child is reported missing, every citizen get a message. Zane and I would have pointed out to her that we have kind of a local system like that in the country, and most of the media houses them still. I know that once upon a time, I think Digicel would have been involved. And I would have promised her that I would have reached out with the public relations officer at Digicel. You know, we kind of have a local conversation one at the time. Because they do a video beat them bad. So I spoke to Mr. Parkinson, and he said that at that point in time, the agreement that would have existed between Digicel and the Jamaica Constabulary Force was under review, with the aim of revamping and modifying the system so it can be more efficient and effective. I have not yet spoken to him as it relates to how far along that is. But him said, you understand, that was on the tables and discussions were being had. So we don't know. So he says now, batting for increased resources to be provided to the Child Protection and Family Services Agency and the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse. Samuda said that funding for these government institutions should be consistent with their importance. The budget is coming. I want to see increases in these areas. You understand what I say? No peace, we normally beat and bury it to politicians, and rightly so many of the times. But when you see a politician, I don't want to dig the politician thing, Zane, and the politics thing. But when you see a youth, a young politician, really and truly not mincing words, Zane, and that's how I feel in the interest of the nation, you have to give him plaudits. And I said, this is not the first time that I would have seen Matthew be bold and brave in Parliament, and we have to say credit where credit is due. I sincerely hope, however, that these utterances are falling and landing on the correct ears. Him say the budget is coming and he wants it increases. I say them earmark must say $1 billion for basically debush and clean drains in the Christmas season. I mean, nothing really wrong with that. But is that the greatest era of importance and relevance in the country at this point in time? I left you to decide that. You understand what I say? So, make we see what go on. 30 years minimum. Nothing wrong with that something there. Feel me? Yeah, man. Cause the man them for load the look of you them. 21-year-old student charged after 9mm pistol seizure in Dumfries, St. James. You what kind of year-old? 21-year-old. A man has been arrested and charged in connection with the seizure of a Bursa Thunder 9mm pistol. I never know say so much different 9mm yeah. Cause as far as me concerned, gun for come like church. Just name church. Gun name gun. But them say name a Bursa Thunder 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 3 9mm rounds was seized by the police in the Dumfries district in St. James recently. Zane? And thing. My lady Clark said teach. Talk about the drama at the Pegasus Hotel. I don't know about the drama we're going up at Pegasus. And like, I'm a darkness there now. You know, sometimes we miss some things. So that is why when people continuously forward or something, sometimes we appreciate it, you know. Because sometimes me don't get to cover the whole spectrum and I miss some things. So, I don't really know what's going up at Pegasus there. You understand? So the St. James police say 21-year-old Christopher Daly. You know me have a subscriber named Christopher Daly. A student of the Westgate Hills has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. So reports from the Montego Bay police are that about 3:15 p.m. a team was on patrol in the area when they saw Daly acting in a manner that aroused their suspicion. Daly allegedly ran and seen the police. He was however accosted, searched and the weapon taken from his waistband, and he is to appear in court one of them time. You understand? Because upon him gun fine. You see me? So I will send the video now. Brace yourself. That sounds serious. Alright, then I forgot to watch you on the stream. Well, if I send it, I probably watch it and see what something I can talk about based on the information more than have right now still. You understand what I say? Auntie. This one article where somebody run left one gun to police recently, you know. But then I don't even know if I did script it. I say I can't find it. You understand? But no, I can't find it yet. So, I don't know. So I'm big man people. Zane. House sprayed with bullet, leaving woman dead in own trees. I never see this. So I can't open that. Boy. Same thing again. Dinner share. Dumpling and mackerel. 55-year-old man. Grandfather like. Zane? What on the piece? I'm gonna charged with stabbing and the stabbing and chopping death of a man in Mandeville. So detectives assigned to the Manchester Police Division have arrested and charged 55-year-old Elvis Sargent, otherwise called Spider, of Meadstone District in Manchester with the murder of a 38-year-old man. Jermaine Chin, otherwise called India, now a man who named Chin named Indian, I don't know, of Balveen Heights in Mandeville, Manchester, was chopped and stabbed to death on Sunday the 27th of October in the parish. Zane, reports are that about, okay, Lady Clark, I just saw the message. Reports are that about 5:45 a.m., Chin was standing in the vicinity of the Mandeville Plaza when he was attacked by a sergeant and another man with a machete. Alright, now I'm glad I told that, you know. Chin was chopped several times. The police were summoned and Chin was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Sergeant was later held during an operation and was subsequently interviewed and charged. His court date is to be announced at a later date. So on to the next man. Boy. Downtown Kingston men charged with the murder of Spanish Town man. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Central Police Division have arrested and charged 2 men from downtown Kingston with murder and shooting with intent. Where are the peeps? Oh, no. But then, no, me only even Lady Clark, but you know me already, you know. That based on what I see in that video already, me only even too interested. But you can watch it, look more and see if my mind tell me. But big up yourself, big up. Never right if you never hear about that still. But alright, big up yourself, Empress. See? Dead is 29-year-old Alanda Hibbert, otherwise called Mooney, of Ebonyvale, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition and shooting with intent are 30-year-old Dwight Leslie, otherwise called Catfish. Peeps, if you have a man an answer to a name named Catfish, something wrong with him. "30-year-old Dwight Leslie, otherwise called Catfish or Catters, of a Barry Street address, and 20-year-old Tyreek Johnson, otherwise called Ramon or ISIS. There's so much time I tell them, be careful of the names them want to answer to. Because the names them want to answer to influence you whether consciously or subconsciously. So Catters or Catfish and ISIS have been arrested and charged with the murder of Alanda Hibbert. So reports from the Kingston Central Police, Zane, are at about 7:30 p.m. on the 1st of November. Hibbert was standing at the entrance to an apartment building on Fleet Street in downtown Kingston when he was approached by two men armed with handguns who opened fire at him. Hibbert ran in an attempt to escape, but the men chased him and shot him several times. Another man who was in the vicinity of the incident also sustained gunshot wounds. So the police were alerted and Hibbert and the other man were taken to hospital where Hibbert died while being treated and the other man was admitted for treatment. Investigations were launched and Leslie and Johnson were arrested and placed on an identification parade where they were pointed out, and they are scheduled to appear in court at a date to be announced. Yeah? Catfish. ISIS. Then you know, see, yo. Miss Winsome said she saw the video. See, like, I not even know some of them things that occur. Like, that's what me look while and it kind of chew me out. Because from with a certain type of man, or people for being man or behave other than man, then we kind of, you know. So, Miss Sharita Jarvis say he must look ugly for name Catfish. Well, I don't know him look still, you know. You understand? So there was a little bit of drama in relation to that little situation, but we'll talk about it further down on the stream. But we see now where the government has agreed, seeing after, initially they had said they would have covered the cost of the 7-year-old grade 2 student who would have died at the Clancarty Primary School. Even the picture I show you right now, based on the new changes, I should even show it. But you know what I think? They would have told his mother that the Ministry of Education or the government would cover the cost of his funeral. On Thursday, she would have said that when she met with the principal of the school, they were changes to the initial agreement and they were saying they would have only covered some of the funeral expenses. Then since then, there have been another release which said the government will cover all our funeral expenses. So government to cover funeral expenses our 7-year-old Clancarty primary student. The Education Ministry has confirmed that it will cover the full cost of funeral expenses for the 7-year-old Clancarty primary student who was killed by a garbage truck 3 weeks ago. In a statement to the media, the Education Ministry said the mother of Benjamin Blair was asked for the invoices from the funeral directors to facilitate payment. In keeping with the commitment made by the Ministry with responsibility for education, youth and information, Honorable Carl Samuda, following the death of Benjamin Blair in an accident on the school compound on the 29th of October, the ministry will cover the full costs associated with his funeral. Zane and them something there. And the Ministry of Education officer who spoke with Benjamin's mother, Miss Jaffine Campbell, will talk about that so later. Last Friday arranged to meet with her and representatives of the Clancarty School on Monday, November the 18th, which is tomorrow, to discuss her plans and guide her through acquiring and submitting bills and invoices related to the burial. The statement continued. The statement from the Education Ministry follows comments from Blair's mother on Thursday that the government would not be covering the full funeral expenses for her deceased child. This is unfair, she said. What I need is for them to give me my son back. None of them can pay me back for my son, Campbell told the congregation of the Apostolic Church of God of the Church of God of Seventh Temple of Praises in Spanish. You see, when I have a problem with the church thing, you name them long so. See it? Right now, me and last. Yeah. Where she attended service. My son died a horrible death, and he deserves a send-off that is decent and proper. The same way I raised him like a little young man. This is unfair, she continued in tears. However, the Education Ministry said, following the submission of the invoices by Campbell, as is standard procedure, Zane, a critical incident file is submitted and processed and then sent to the Attorney General's chambers for processing and determination for payment. So invoices are submitted when it is convenient. But never mind still. I hope them bury the local youth. Argument done. We're not in a no long talking on the bury the youth. You understand? Good funeral too. You see it? Youth, no in trouble on. You see me? Yeah, man. The driver of the truck, the ill-fated truck that killed the little boy, would have turned himself over to the police not so long ago. He will be spending Christmas in prison. Well, in jail. Christmas behind bars for a driver of garbage truck that crushed child. Remember recently me on attack and me and telling him say, yo, right now, or jail thing set more time, you know. Any man can end up at jail sometime because sometimes some things just happen. You understand what I say? And you end up at jail. So normally when some people think about jail, I want to talk about say prisoners are only getting one dumpling per meal. You understand? Or one dumpling for the meal. Or one dumpling only. Open to understand that. And we are say right now, when we talk about prisons in Jamaica, we normally say, yo, everybody are prisoner, criminal and murderers. That's not the truth. You understand what I say? Zane and thing. So, a prison thing, as the man them say, prison never make for dark. You understand? We just need to try enough to go to your because you know easy. What me I get for you understand. The driver of the truck that overturned recently, resulting in the death of 7-year-old Benjamin Blair, is to appear in the Home Circuit Court on the 18th of January 2020. Whoa. The accused Alton Brooks, 52-year-old of 9 Miles, Bull Bay, St. Andrew, was charged with manslaughter last week. When his case was mentioned in court on Friday, Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, Zane preferred, I actually had to look for the pronunciation of this word earlier, preferred, I don't remember what I say mean, but it's like a voluntary acceptance of something. I don't remember, you can check it. Zane, a voluntary bill of indictment, which moved the case from the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court to the Home Circuit Court. Probably not that it means still. The case file remains incomplete and Brooks was remanded in custody until his next court date. That's rough, you know. You understand? You understand how we are still family. The police reported that Benjamin died on the spot after the garbage truck. We don't know the whole situation. We're not have to get into the details. Zane? But the driver would have fled the scene initially later turned himself over to the police, and he has been remanded in custody until his next court date, which is the 18th of January 2020. You understand? Kind of sort of waste still. In a real life. When you look on it, it's such an unfortunate situation. You understand? It really and truly unfortunate so the little boy died. I mean, that is most unfortunate. Zane, the man that even did not chuck really. You understand? Apparently he's one old chuck and them something. The chuck runway. Zane and lick up on our pro box and turn over upon a little youth. You understand? This man might have never hurt a fly in his life. You feel what I say? Zane, for all we know, this man might be a hard-working family man. And just out of the blue, the man is now in prison and him now go back to court again until the 18th of January 2020. So half of November left and the whole of December and half of January. You understand? And you have some man will kill 3-4 people and go to court tomorrow and get bail tomorrow. You understand what I say? It really and truly set away. You have people who are accused of embezzling $56 million, get arrested to the go to court tomorrow, get bail tomorrow. You see me at the pan? And you think kind of set away still. And me, if you don't realize by now, I kind of feel away for the gentleman. Big man thing. Zane, him run left the scene and I know people as a teach him shouldn't run and why the chuck it still on and all sort of something. Things happen. You understand what I say? Things happen. And things happen to the best of way. You feel me? And if you know say a man a try earn an honest living and something so unfortunate before him and the man a go spend the Christmas in a prison. That rough family. You see me? I really wish them things upon no man. Even with worse enemy. You feel me? The life just mess up sometime, yo. The whole thing just unfortunate. You understand? Ah, boy. What we say, go? Shall we there now? So that youngster here in the picture in the background was a hotel worker in the parish of Trelawney. He was found dead in his car. So Trelawney hotel worker found dead in his car in the parish. The Trelawney police are probing the death of a hotel worker whose partially decomposed body was found in his car on Saturday afternoon, 3 days after he went missing. The deceased man has been identified as 28-year-old Shane Perry of a Coral Spring Village housing scheme address in Trelawney. Perry, who was a member of the entertainment staff at the Royalton Hotel, reportedly left work on Wednesday driving a black Honda Civic that he purchased the previous day. Perry, who was a member of the entertainment staff at Royalton Hotel, reportedly left work on Wednesday driving a black Honda Civic that he purchased the previous day. He was reported as missing to the police after he did not report to work on Thursday, and further checks indicated that he did not reach home on Wednesday night. His decomposing body was discovered in his car in bushes near Burwood Beach, a short distance from his workplace, by persons who detected a foul odor in the area. It has been theorized that he lost control of the car, which then ran off the road into the bushes. The police are waiting on an autopsy report to determine the actual cause of death. It's an unfortunate story night. The youth just buy him car. Day before, Zane lost control of the vehicle, possibly was speeding, Zane, and thing. Sound like the owner come back for it. Did he get the title? I don't know still. Set away still. Zane, Paulie P6 Street. Set away. Two men shot dead in brazen daylight attack on Tower Avenue in Kingston. Police say they have stepped up their search for a gunman who attacked and shot dead two men during a brazen daylight attack on Tower Avenue of Olympic Way in Kingston on Friday. The deceased have been identified as Damian Page, 35-year-old, of a Ponciana Avenue, Kingston 11 address, and Kemar Daly, 28 years old, of a Hibiscus Drive, Tower Hill, Kingston 11 address. So them places they have plant name. Reports are that about 2:30 p.m. Page was sitting along the side of the road on Tower Avenue with a group of persons when a man approached him and pulled a firearm. Reports are that the man opened fire, hitting Page several times. Police said the gunman then walked over to the Williams Crescent section of the area and then shot Daly, who was standing on a sidewalk. Whoa! The shooter then fled the area. The police were alerted by residents. A team of officers later arrived and took the injured men to hospital where they were pronounced dead. So news of the death left a number of persons living in and around Olympic Way on edge. The Hunts Bay police are investigating. So this man walk up to a group, shot one man, walk away from that location, walk to another location, shot the next man, then cut. People, speaking about unfortunate situations, this picture is not very clear, but this picture is of a 15-year-old student who would have died while trying to escape gunfire that may not have been intended for him, but he had left his home to purchase food, and some shooting a go on, him take away himself, running away, and in the process of running away, he would have fell and inadvertently his neck was broken. Night peeps, big up to the people that will hear you up in the comment section. For the people that were there for the first time, welcome. For the loyal people that were there day in, day out, big up on yourself. I appreciate you. You understand? Teen breaks neck, running for his life as his principal mourns his bizarre death. So Stony Hill community has been plunged into mourning after a 15-year-old boy died in bizarre circumstances on Thursday, suffering a broken neck as he tried to flee a gun attack at a late-night party. Sorry, peeps. Principal of the Stony Hill Technical High, Eric Smith, I never did even know he have one school name, so, says the school community has lost a one-of-a-kind student in Ryan Harper, a 9th grader. Ryan of Richings Close, Brooks Level, was one of two persons who died in the shooting incident, which occurred at about 11:45 p.m. Ryan, it is understood, died as a result of a broken neck. Alright, before we reach there, sir. Zane, the other deceased has been identified as 44-year-old Mason Cleveland Wright. Ryan, it is understood, died as a result of a broken neck he sustained while trying to flee from the scene. Residents who spoke to the media said that Ryan was not a patron at the party, but happened to stop near the venue on his way to purchase food. Smith, who has known Ryan for quite some time before he started school in September, said the school community is overcome with grief, compelling him to dismiss classes earlier than usual on Friday. Because I think on Thursday night the incident happened. He was a one-of-a-kind student. Ryan came to us in September, but it would appear as if he was here for years, said Smith. Those who knew him since September, he had a lasting impression on them. He was well disciplined and hardworking. He would go around every office, call you by name and ask if you are okay. If we could have more Ryans here, it would be awesome. So reports from the St. Andrew North Police are that patrons were at a bar along Brooks Level when a silver Nissan Tiida drove up and came to a stop. It is understood that two masked men alighted from the vehicle and opened fire at the gathering. Wright was reportedly shot in his head and several others injured during the attack. The police were summoned to the scene and the injured persons were rushed to the Kingston Public Hospital where Wright and Harper were pronounced dead. A senior police officer confirmed that Harper's neck was broken and that no gunshot wounds were found on his body. When the news of the 15-year-old's death was relayed to the school population on Friday, students and teachers were reduced to tears. I mean, you know the rest of the story. You need to prolong it. See him? Auntie. Zippy, what the issue? Say, can a moderator explain to me what? What the question, Empress? Oh, why was I placed on timeout? Okay, I don't know who placed you on timeout, Empress. So I can't say for what? Could be accidentally too. I have accidentally placed people on timeout. So if it was inadvertent, I apologize on behalf of said moderator, but I can't really speak to it definitively still. You understand? Miss Winsome and Miss Bernadette, what up to? See? Kerry, yeah man, it will happen accidentally, man. I have accidentally placed people on timeout before. It happens. So hopefully it was inadvertent. You understand? If not, I suppose the moderator can tell you. Oh, I did share this as something earlier. And, like, I not even want to talk about that incident no more, peeps. Like, you realize some of us want nobody talk about it. You understand? Gunmen flee leaving firearm after shootout with police. Yeah. Spatsy Brown, good night, Empress. How are you? Thanks so much for the contribution. Really and truly appreciate it. A man run left him shoes. You understand? A Taurus .357 Magnum revolver containing 4 rounds was seized by the St. Andrew North Police during an operation in Iron River District, Stony Hill, St. Andrew, the cops have reported. So according to the police's corporate communications unit, a team of officers on operation in the area about 6:30 p.m. approached the premises and men opened gunfire at the team, resulting in a shootout. The police said the men escaped, leaving the weapon behind. No member of the police team was injured during the incident, said the CCU. I wonder how many here in the come and investigate. You understand? Rising Star Stevie say a waste gunman that. Okay. Rising Star sound like you then turn up and knock it. As teacher said. Ah boy. So peeps, on Friday night I would have told you that I was going to do Giggles, big up yourself. Was going to do a video in relation to day 3 of the Tesha Miller trial that is now on the way in the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston. As I would have done videos for day 1 and day 2, I would have uploaded the video on on Saturday. I know some people not see it yet. So we're going to share some of the details of the revelations that would have been made in court as the chief prosecution witness continues to give his testimony. Zane, star witness in the Tesha Miller trial, detailed the inner workings of the Klansman organization in court. So the prosecution star witness in the case against Tesha Miller detailed for the Supreme Court the alleged inner workings of the Spanish Town St. Catherine base Klansman gang. The witness also described what he said was the gang's hierarchy and the role he and Miller allegedly played in the criminal organization. The witness also told the court he decided to give evidence against Miller because he is frustrated with the alleged activities of the gang and wanted to put a stop to it. I mean, there's more to it than that, but we soon get to it. Zane, Miller is on trial for being an accessory before and after the fact to murder. The charge is in relation to the killing of the former chairman of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, Douglas Chambers, in June of 2008. The Crown's main witness told the court he has been a member of the Klansman gang since he was 13 years old. You hear that, peeps? The man said he has been a member of the Klansman gang since he was 13 years old. From the age of 16, but in the 16, I think that's my father said something like that. I remember. The now 29-year-old witness is currently serving a murder sentence for a crime he said he committed while he was a member of the gang. I think he is now in the second year of his sentence. I don't know how much years him get. See? Auntie. But I know this is his second year. So he is serving a murder sentence for a crime he said he committed while he was still a member of the group. According to the star witness, he played the role of an era leader before his incarceration. He told the court that in that role, he carried out duties on the instructions of Tesha Miller. He gave evidence that those duties include killing and robbing people. According to the witness, his other duties involved shootings and collecting money gained through extortion. When asked by the prosecution what role Tesha Miller played in the Klansman gang, the witness told the court, quote, "Him a the done," end quote. When asked to explain Miller's role, the witness said Miller, quote, "support the youth them economically and to hold the peace in the community," end quote. May I make sure quote in a cause. You see, boy. The witness explained to the court that support meant, just bite my tongue. Miller gave members of the gang money, guns, and would rent cars for them to drive. The witness also gave evidence that in addition to the Don and the era leaders, the gang also had foot soldiers who played the role of lookout for the police and other people unfamiliar with the community, or to the community. Sorry. The witness said the Klansman gang has persons who act as ground commanders, military, whose role it is to financially support gangsters who are behind bars. The witness said that financial support would come from the extortion money that was collected. He told the court that the extortion money would be used to pay the lawyers representing the gangsters. The attorney representing Miller, Bert Samuels, raised an objection at this point. Mr. Samuels said the witness's evidence brings the legal profession into disrepute. He asks the judge to have the comments chopped from the record. The trial judge, Justice Georgiana Fraser, then instructed the jury to disregard the answer. Now, I am no legal expert, but a statement such as that I would deem to be critical and crucial to the proceedings currently in front of the courts. So why would the judge give the go-ahead to have it struck from the records? Naturally, Bert Samuels would have objected to that. If I was a lawyer, I would have objected to that. If you was a lawyer, I would have objected to that. But it is incumbent on the judge to decide what is material to the trial. But the judge said, nah, work. Alright. And striking it from the records, CRNA, and it's not even the Tesha Miller situation. But everybody know. See it? Because criminal lawyers don't represent angels, you know. Criminal lawyers represent alleged criminals. And as such, a criminal is somebody who would have broken some form of laws in a country. Many times, these criminal attorneys are representing persons who would have been charged with murder. Zine, many of the men who are charged with murders, and are some man where work as teachers and bankers and doctors and lawyers. A man when I work not for the time. So if a man when I really work from 9 to 5 and don't have an established business, then how can a man find retain a fee for a Peter Champagny, for a Christopher Townsend, for a KD Knight, for a John Jonah, for a Nita Robertson, and the list goes on and on. So, is there something new in this statement? Let's move on. So the judge told the jury to disregard the answer, the response. According to the witness, and the Tom Tavares Finsons and them people there, you understand? You have to call the big lawyer them name. See? And the Abel Dan Foots. Some more people. You understand? Frank Phipps, them man. You see? Patrick Atkinson. Some of them people. You see? According to the witness, during his time as a member of the Klansman gang, he had never received an order from Miller that he did not carry out. The witness told the court that if he were to disobey those orders, quote, me would have dead because it would have been a violation to the boss, Tesha Miller, end quote. According to the main witness, he is giving evidence because he is now weary of his lifestyle. Quote, sometimes where things come up, you have to take a stand to end all of it. I have to take a stand in the circumstances. Because sometimes you're fed up with what is going on. And it is time to put a stop to everything. The shooting, the robbery, the murder, the extortion. End quote. The witness also disclosed in court that he wants to put a stop to everything because between 2013 and 2015, 13 members of his family have been killed. The trial is expected to continue tomorrow, Monday the 18th of November. Jack Mandora, me not choose none. No, I know some people are saying, when you da walk and kill people and them family, then you ain't tired. So you being tired now, we don't business with you. You understand? And that's how I think there. Yes, I. Peeps, Jamaicans, 3/4 away, our biggest fantasy. If we want to be taken to a state of ecstasy, cloud9 settings, is take us to the United States of America, the promised land, the land where milk and honey flow along the streets. You understand? The utopian society. And Jamaicans, many of us, we give away kidney them to get a chance to go to America. Garrett, Strong said, teach, you know there's a simple way to solve the crime in Jamaica. This is it. If there is a 6-month lapse where a person isn't employed, they should come before the court to prove their income. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I normally say them people that for going in the military, if they're in between certain years. See? The aftershock said, teach, I live in the US for 3 years now and I hate it. Yeah, man, I know what I think, brother. But as me I say, some people think when they hear about America, it turn them on. You understand? You see it? Not knowing, say, some Jamaicans in America I live worse than some Jamaicans. Look here, you have thousands and probably hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans living in Jamaica comfortably financially wise. You have some wealthy people in Jamaica. Some people where they don't have to think about $1 when they must spend $1. You understand? You have some people with them life comfortably a yard. See it? No. See you over the Twins page. Yeah, man, I always over the Twins page, man. I listen every episode. I just not always comment. But the Twins is a duo me have immeasurable respect for and admiration for them talent and ability. You understand? And the fact that they continue to be grossly underrated. Seeing the things that they have done in the entertainment industry is really and truly remarkable in terms of their creativity. And me, as a youth, we can look upon that and appreciate that. You understand? So I always over there, man. But doesn't really comment most of the time. You understand? So, this is a story where a visitor to the United States from Jamaica would have been given a rude awakening. And this is just one of a myriad of stories. You understand what I say? Travel trauma. Jamaicans recount ordeal of U.S. immigration officials seizing phones and rifling through private information. There was news afoot not so long ago that your phones would be subject to search by U.S. immigrations and border protection agents upon landing in the United States. These persons probably never did read them article, them probably never hear, or them never know it's serious. See? That's a matter of fact, how serious the thing I get. I understand, so when you apply for your US visa, you know, your whole social media history is checked out. You understand? While travelers passing through the United States airport will breathe easier after a federal court ruled warrantless searches of phones, tablets and laptops is unconstitutional. Several Jamaicans counted tales of trauma about what they deemed an invasion of privacy. While Washington has vigorously defended the searches as a critical tool to protect America, the American Civil Liberties Union has described the actions as a fishing expedition or as fishing expeditions that violate the Fourth Amendment. So border officers must now demonstrate individualized suspicion of contraband before they can search a traveler's device. A Jamaican woman who routinely vacations in the United States to visit family recalled a harrowing experience earlier this year at the JFK International Airport in New York. 30-year-old Shauna Thompson, her real name has been withheld as I can imagine, says that she was the victim of an aggressive interrogation that involved her cell phone being searched by an immigration officer for undeclared reasons. She said that the experience has left her embarrassed, angry, and traumatized. I was traveling to the US for my regular summer vacation on the 22nd of July this year, 2019, when I was pulled from the immigration line at the JFK airport in New York and taken to a room. The officer requested to see my cell phone, which needed charging at the time. So I informed him that it had no charge, and he demanded that I present it to him. I went inside my pocketbook and gave the phone to him. He then plugged my phone to a charger and asked me for my lock code, Thompson said. Recounting her ordeal, she said that the officer eventually plugged her phone into his own charger and waited a few minutes and turned the phone on. I was so shocked when I realized that the man was going through my gallery, my messages, everything. And each time I would try to find out why, he told me to have a seat, she said. I felt so degraded, ashamed, but startled because I could not understand why he was searching my phone, which is my privacy. Thompson explained that it has left her feeling terrified traveling to the US again. I was held in questioning for more than 2 hours and ended up leaving the airport sometime after 2 the following morning, having arrived at JFK minutes to 12. On top of that, he even asked me if I have a sugar daddy over there. What kind of question was that to a woman? She said. Thompson said when she was finally allowed to enter the US, she was so traumatized that she did not even want to go outside. It was the worst vacation for me. I don't know if I will be going back, she said. She is not alone, as Ricardo, who requested that his name be withheld for fear of victimization by US authorities, said that he was also stopped at immigration, taken to a small room and questioned for hours while an immigration officer rifled through his mobile phone in December of 2018. He too has been left scarred by the experience. I will never forget that day. It was my son's birthday, and I took him overseas as a treat, father and son thing. And they had me there answering all sorts of questions. But worse, they were going through my mobile phone. It was hugely embarrassing for me, stated Ricardo. Ah, boy. So, I guess the court would have ruled that they can't just search a phone without having a warrant, Zane, and thing. So, I could say I go. So, peeps, we don't know that China not ban you, but them on ya. That Eddie did say, I might not ban you, but I on ya. Zane, and thing. We know that China is involved in almost all the major road projects across the island. You understand? And last week, the Prime Minister, and there was revelation that the South Coast Highway from Harborview in Kingston to Portland would have been rehabilitated. I mean, that is awesome. Because in some areas of that road, it kind of rough. I would have traveled that journey a number of times in recent months. See? And it kind of want to fix that. So, ground was broken recently for the commencement of work on that leg of the highway, of the road development across the country. Ground broken for a Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Saturday broke ground to begin the multi-billion-dollar Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project. The undertaking will involve the rehabilitation of approximately 110 kilometers of roadway between Harbourview in St. Andrew and Port Antonio in Portland. I mean, that is good. And the 26 kilometers thoroughfare from Morant Bay to Cedar Valley in St. Thomas. That is also good, because we go up in a Cedar Valley up at Trinityville there sometime for a field trip when we do hydrology. I mean, they have other rivers we visit, but that is a popular one. You understand? So, that's not bad neither. Additionally, it will include construction of the Maypen to Williamsfield segment of Highway 2000. The project is to be executed by China Harbour Engineering Company. And that is where some Jamaicans are having a problem and issue with. You understand? So say the St. Thomas MP, them I think that Fenton Ferguson and James Robertson with the Prime Minister, and also I don't know if the Chinese ambassador or the head of check. I soon telling them. Zane, speaking at the official launch in Yala, St. Thomas, Holness said the project forms part of the government's strategic development plan for unlocking growth prospects in the eastern end of the island and increasing commerce and spurring development. He said while the project is not similar to the concept initially envisaged, the new arrangement is a comprehensive plan to ensure that the road and the related expenditures are sustainable. Holness added that the new roadway will improve connectivity. When it reaches it yet. Alright. We are putting in a road that every single citizen in St. Thomas and Portland can drive on to come into Kingston without paying a toll. I have no issue with that. It is all about being strategic, so it makes economic sense, he said. Holness added that the new roadway will improve connectivity, which is key to ensuring that producers can be linked to markets, workers to jobs, students to school, and sick to hospitals, and the sick to the hospitals. Reducing the distance between people, markets, services, and knowledge is a great part of what economic growth is all about. The flow of goods, capital, technology, and people will drive economic growth and create a broader space for development and prosperity for all, the Prime Minister stated. He said the proposed infrastructure will assist in promoting economic opportunities and reduce the poverty rate in St. Thomas. Against the background, Holness said the government will be taking steps to ensure that the project's execution is closely monitored to prevent delays in its completion within the stipulated timeline and budget, and that the work is of the highest standard. Meanwhile, he urged the persons who will be working on the project to do their best to ensure that the operations are carried out effectively and without disturbance. In his remarks, Vice President of China Communications Construction Company Limited, Chen Zhang, said the project's implementation will significantly upgrade the country's road network while providing greater access to the island's capital and other parishes. With the construction of the Southern Coastal Highway, it is not only the roads and bridges that will be built, but also the connection, trust, and friendship that we will make together. Not only will transportation improve, but also opportunity and prosperity will be further developed in this region, he said. So the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project is part of the government's strategic development plan for, as I said earlier, unlocking of the growth prospects of the South Coast, connecting Negril and Westmoreland to Port Antonio via a modern highway system. I mean, development is good. You understand? Development is good, but I'm not used with that. Zane, as long as money them I use pay the Chinese them and on land, Zane, I'm good with that. You understand? As long as the plans were comprehensive and that just throw together quick and fast, Zane, and them something there, and its implementation will be as seamless and a situation where the disruption is not protracted and extended. So I could watch and see, because the reality is that the South Coast, from your left, about 9 miles, are going to St. Thomas, and all of the road nice like that. You understand? So that would be good. Make we see. I know many people have a tendency to distrust the Chinese completely and the government relationship with the Chinese completely. And we can understand that. As I said, I have a video, I work on, well, I don't really start work on it, but in the pipelines, in detail, in a few more things about the Jamaica-China relationship. See, we need to revisit the land deal and them little things there. You understand what I say? So, in 2016, a young man came to national prominence and was hailed as a hero when he would have selflessly jumped into a flooded gully in Trenchtown to rescue a 9-year-old boy that was being washed away by floodwaters. He would have been deported from the UK a few years back, and he would have risen to national fame overnight. You understand? Tremaine Brown, he is at it again. He has now put on his cape again and him Superman mentality. Tremaine Brown. Now my next Tremaine Brown in here now. What another Tremaine Brown? The Tremaine Brown in here now is one of my former students. See? So Tremaine Brown on the stream and we are talking about Tremaine Brown, the hero on the scene. You know what I mean? Everything good. Tremaine and this lady on screen is the mother of the 7-year-old boy that was crushed by the truck up by a Clancarty. She is Miss Jaffine Campbell, and Tremaine have recently started a foundation in which he is trying to raise funds to assist some youths. Peeps, we did talk about a little thing earlier. I'm going to make a one cut and circle back. You don't move.
We here is go back. Here is go back.
Yeah, I know one day I talk some things, but when I get tricked though. Yeah, peace, big up on yourself. You understand? I kind of not circling at night, but hopefully I manage the rest of the stream. You see? So, Tremaine Brown, you know, big up on yourself, peace. Thanks for the patience. You understand? I know some people cut and gone, but that's how things set up. We have to do what we have to do. You understand? Next thing you hear, Jamaican vloggers. The vlogger messes himself up during stream. No only thing me fool like that. No. Zane, it is 10:15 p.m. Zippy in Jamaica. So Tremaine Brown, or the Trenchtown hero Tremaine Brown, is at it again as he donates to grieving mom. So since he first came into the spotlight in 2017 for having risked his own life to save a youngster from the raging floodwaters in a gully, Tremaine Brown has been focused on making an even greater impact in his community and the wider Jamaica. Big up yourself, Tremaine Brown. You understand? Boss, I sweat like him just... Yo, look how me cool and nice, but man, I sweat. Boy, I tell her. So the 26-year-old resurfaced on the radar of heroic acts last Friday when he made his first donation from his newly established foundation to Japhine Campbell, which is the mother of the 7-year-old Benjamin Blair who was killed by the garbage truck as he waited to be picked up from school. See? Tremaine said news of Benjamin's death broke his heart. This, he said, prompted him to start the paperwork to register the Tremaine Brown Youth Foundation, something he had been envisioning since his first act of gallantry. I believe little things can make a difference, so I wanted to start a foundation. Enough people say teach no good news and normally come on the streams. It's good news, yeah. Zine, so I wanted to start a foundation where I can help people who need the assistance. I don't have a lot of money and the foundation just start. And if I can raise some funds for her, then I know that other people out there can do the same thing. I actually believe now that I am here to make a difference, indeed. And them something there. My last. Yeah, so I wanted to start a foundation where I can help people who need the assistance. You see me? Yeah, man. In my community, I want to uplift the people. I want to do programs for the youth them. Take them out of the community and show them another side of life. Because Jamaica is beautiful. We have a lot of history and a lot of things here. And a lot of the youth them don't even come outside of the community. He explained that the foundation will target youth in his community and several others across Jamaica where there is a lack of social infrastructure to support their growth and development. That is what I am passionate about because I believe the children are the future, yeah? Right now I am looking about raising some money to build a little community center where we can do things like after school programs. Some of the children in my community, them have no help. And we have a lot of children who are very bright as well. And them don't have no strength behind them to push them. As children, they need that push to go in the right direction. Sometimes when I look and see the youth them, I think they can get much more out of life. So that is the reason why I start the foundation. We want to make a change in 2020. If it is even to reach 10 to 20 people and make a change in them life, that is what we are going to do, he added. Also, the father of a soon-to-be 7-year-old son, Brown spoke movingly to Campbell on Thursday when he visited with the grieving mother at her home in Kingston. I have a son myself, and although as a father, I can only imagine what Japhine as a mother is feeling. I can relate to her as a parent. For me, when I heard the news, it broke my heart. And knowing that you haven't got anyone to help you or to stand by your side made me want to reach out. So today, I just wanted to, from my foundation, make a contribution towards funeral expenses before handing over an envelope of 10,000 Jamaican dollars that came both from his own pocket and donations from members of his foundation. You see that, peeps? And the reality is that we have some money in Jamaica. I try to rob poor people. And I try to find every way to steal from poor people. And see a youth here, financially very poor, but in love, very rich. I try to help a situation when some man will have the opportunities and the resources and the wherewithal to help down the people them. Big up yourself, youth. You understand what I say? We need more youth like that youth here. Zane, I remember when I did the first video in relation to Tremaine Brown, the title was something in the region of Deportee rescues boy in flooded. I don't remember, but something about deportee was in it. And some people take me to task. Oh, why you use the word deport? The man is that. He was deported. You understand? The man not hide from him past. So why me I try to cover him past? And see the youth has endeared himself to Jamaicans. You understand? And continue to do some things with some big belly, grey beard, tough face man in a parliament for years and now do. And help some people. You understand what I say? So the man was sent back to Jamaica for a reason, family. The man was sent here for a reason, and the man a find him reason, and the man a try to do what him can do in a few little way. See, the man can take up $10 million in a body, but the man can find $10,000. And the man a try make a difference to people and in people's lives. You feel what I say? So at the end of the day, this is a lesson to some man and them gang. Say, yo, if you really want to do something on the land, you just need to have a plan for and cut the crap. Because a little man here, so, who don't have it, I try to find a way to help in brothers and sisters. And some man who have it already, I try to find a way to rob from them brothers and sisters, or them brothers and sisters not have to begin with. The man discover him purpose, family. You understand what I say? And the man not ashamed to tell nobody say he was deported. The man was deported because he killed nobody. You see what I say? So, big up yourself, youth. I probably need to organize an interview with Tremaine, because I know people have been asking in the comments how them can contribute in foundation. I have absolutely no idea. See? I have absolutely no idea how you can contribute, but I'll see if I can find some info. See? And if anybody know Tremaine personally, give me a link. You understand? But it'd be nice to all sit down with him, Zane, and also for him share the vision of the foundation and how people can go about helping. So I know somebody in the stream either know him or know somebody will know him. So when I make the link, I'm going to get the link faster than your queen. You understand what I say? Yeah, man, do the right thing. Do the right thing. You understand? Anting. Yes, sir. Yeah, God favored me. So as me I say, if anybody know him, or if you get in touch with him now and either make him link me or give me a contribution, not a contribution, a connection to him. Zane? If you don't want to give me a contribution, you can give me that too. Then my foundation now work. You understand? Big up yourself, Tremaine. Big up yourself every time. Speaking about foundation, a man we are trying to do something to help the nation. You see in life, peeps, no matter what you do, for some people, you never do enough. You understand? No matter what you do for some people, you never do enough. Some people just not appreciate the thing like that. You feel me? Father Damian Simpson, mothers are respecting a family. You understand? Shaggy, don't get it twisted. A supremely wealthy Jamaican entertainer. You understand what I say? Some people apparently are seem to forget that. A supremely wealthy Jamaican entertainer who would have become a philanthropist. Fist. That word. By single-handedly taking on the only national children's hospital in the country and almost completely overhauling the equipment in the institution within the space of a couple of years. we saw where the last event was held in 2018. And after that event was held, a symbolic check of $100 million was presented to the management of the Bustamante Children's Hospital. One man and this team would have managed to raise over $100 million for the children of this country. While they have some man and them team would have robbed hundreds of millions of dollars from the children of this country. Apparently, Shaggy has been busy. Shaggy is promoting his album. He has been touring. He has been playing his role in the Disney series there, The Little Mermaid thing. He has been busy. Zine, apparently, the money was not handed over to the Bustamante Hospital. And generally speaking, as far as I know, Shaggy never really hand over money to Bustamante. He normally acquires equipment that are needed. Somebody, for whatever reasons, decided to provide the Gleaner with information saying that the money has not been disbursed to the institution. Again, remember, Shaggy is not in the practice of giving Bustamante money. He normally purchased the equipment using the money. The man smarter than them and them friend. No, before I go any further, I am not blaming the Jamaica Gleaner for publishing the article saying Bustas is still waiting. You understand? That is not my beef here. Because the reality is that the money was not handed over and Busta did that wait for whatever. Alright, fine. My growth is with some nasty face Jamaicans who never ever got one a Shaggy show, who never ever buy one of the ticket or contribute $1 to the Shaggy Foundation and the cause to raise funds for the Bustamante Hospital, and them a chat off them dirty mouth. You know, I can get dark sometime. Take off all my glass. Again, I say, my beef is with some dirty face, nasty face Jamaicans who never buy one ticket to go over King's House and one of them show or contribute $1 to the cause to raise money for over Bustamante. Who found it cute and fit to go on social media to accuse Arville Burrell, OC Shaggy, of stealing money earmarked and raised for children. Some dirty face, nasty face Jamaicans who now do nothing but walk around and kill and kidnap children in the country. So as I say now, my issue is not with the Gleaner. I saw somebody post a comment this morning, but them delete the comment, but them never know me read the comment. Basically saying, as an intelligent person, I was not expecting you to do a video accusing the Star of anything. I don't accuse the Star of anything. I am relating the facts surrounding the matter. The Star published the article. Some of you say, are the Observer publish it? Is the Star publish it? You understand? The title of the video never said Shaggy treated like Scooby-Doo by the Star. It says Shaggy treated like Scooby-Doo by Jamaicans after all that he has done. I never singled out the Star. I made mention of the Star in the art in the video because the Star was the paper that published the article. So I am not berating the Star. Me I berate some Jamaicans who now do nothing for help the nation, who now do nothing for help children in this country, and I accuse them of stealing money. And then me I talk to. You understand? And there have been many instances where persons have gone out of them way, have gone above and beyond to help situations in Jamaica, and then the same people them when you try help turn round upon you and accuse you and drag your name through the dirt and through the mud because them have a phone and them have Wi-Fi or data upon them phone. Eh? Can you imagine the Herculean effort that would have taken this man and his team from the genesis of this event to the rate or the stage where the event is? The man was even called into a meeting by Disney executives in relation to the accusations. 3 days before the premiere of The Little Mermaid, he was called into a meeting to answer questions in lieu of the allegations that are being made, saying thief money. When all this time, the money has been sitting in a Scotia bank account. Nah, trouble nobody. Shaggy don't owe it to you or me to come out and say the money in our bank account and we're waiting on X. The man not own with that. Cause where were we when he was there trying to bust his shot to get people and probably kissing up to people to become a part of the thing for raise some money for the youths them? You know how much youth's life the man would have saved by this initiative? Some of the same people that might chat off them more, them youth would have benefit from it already. These are the things that discourage and dissuade people from wanting to do certain things in this country. Can you imagine with no proof, you know? And you know social media stay. Every other 2 person on social media are idiot. So the moment an accusation come out, nobody don't want to know if it's true, you know? Everybody start run with it. You only want one idiot to say Shaggy a criminal and Shaggy thief money. Then every 10 idiots that say Shaggy thief money and Shaggy a criminal. How can we be so insensitive? How can we be so evil in our thoughts? How can we be so ungrateful? Because the man don't come out and say the money is X place means him thief the money. Shaggy no need for thief the money, family. You know go and say Shaggy is an artist or just boss. Shaggy is a man that have sold multiple platinum records in his life. A man we a tour from me a boy. Eh? Them same people you don't see them when Shaggy buy hundreds of beds and all sort of equipment for Buster Manti, you know. You don't see them come out on social media and say Shaggy has done it again. He has come through on his promise. Another man trying to make Jamaica a better place. Trying to help the kids. But no. Somebody over Buster Manti said the money no over. And all of a sudden, a man that would have done so much for this country, so much for the children of this country, is a criminal. And you know the worst part of this, peeps? You know the worst part of this? Some of them same people who are up on social media are berate Shaggy. Some of them same people they are defend politicians where we know they are criminal. Some politicians are in front of the courts now on criminal charges for corruption. People are defend them. And this man, who up to this point in his life, his integrity has never been questioned, in something like this, we are drag the man name through the dirt. Me not even need to read the article, and I did the video yesterday. I promise on a Friday night. I'm not gonna watch it. So me not even have to get into the details. But the printout from from BNS, Bank of Nova Scotia, said that $112 million. Let me I'll find the exact figure. Well, I can't find it, but it is somewhere. Zin? In the Scotia Bank account. And even after the man keep the press conference, persons were still on Twitter suggesting that it's a cover-up and the money don't exist. Why would a man who is arguably the most disciplined entertainer in the business, a man who would have served in the military and as such certain discipline would have been instilled in him, a man who have young children, a man have a 9-year-old daughter, why would the man risk his reputation and credibility and the happiness of his children and his family for $100 million when in truth probably Shaggy have multiple $100 million for himself? Think about it. Probably the contract with Shaggy have with Disney now worth more than $100 million. And we not talk about the Hot Shots album or the Bombastic album, we still earn royalties. Plus the millions them with them the album they did make. Plus in performances them here, there and everywhere. People, we don't need to stop it, man. You understand? But any old fool with a cell phone, a smartphone, and Wi-Fi access or data can go on the internet and accuse anybody of anything. And then now, we love crap so much that instead of trying to dissuade or discourage these people from the proliferation of these messages, we add to it. We share it. We add our 2 cents to it. A long time I know so that boy they are thief, you know, and them a go on like him a angel, you know. You understand? From me see him come up with this, you know. I know say him did have a plan, you know. I use the youths, the children, them as a guys to thief money, you know. I know them telling a long time, say a long time I thief some of the money, man. And you know the worst thing about it? You know the worst thing about it? Shaggy's children don't have to go to Bustamante, you know. None of Shaggy children them don't have to go to Bustamante. And this man has taken on an Herculean task where he is comfortable raising $100 million for this institution, where film pit them don't have to go. Because if one of Shaggy you take sick, all him need to do a put them on a plane. So Shaggy now have to do this. And some of the people, I promise you that 99% of the people who are on social media discrediting the man never got one of the show. Never spend $1 online contributing to the show. Never do anything at all to promote the show. Not even to share a flyer of the show. And they are the one on social media discrediting the man. And those are the same people who will jump up and down in a orange and green, dress up them dog and them push them, and run back at some man. But them are the real criminals in our country. But Shaggy bigger than them, you know. The man say right now, that now make him stop contribute. So the long and short of the story is that the money is in the bank account, and normally he would purchase equipment, beds and such. But there was some discussion with the managing director, the chairman of the hospital, Dr. Kenneth Benjamin, for a new ICU unit to be built. Because the space is not there to treat the amount of children that needs treatment. So there was some agreement to build an additional building where the equipment, when they are purchased, will be placed. The new building not built yet, so how you go buy equipment? You go put bed pan bed, a bunk bed. Yo, we's a evil people sometime, man. You understand what I say? We evil sometime. You see me? Some people not for go near Wi-Fi. Some people not for go near data. Some people not for go near smartphone. Some of we too done so you use smartphone, brother. Some of all we do is sit online and make mischief, yo. So for all the details and the intricacies of the situation, when you go watch the video, then there was a story in relation to the use of King's House and its grounds of parking and all sort of things. So if I know one thing, I next. You understand what I say? Auntie. The man now have to use the hospital. If the man children them sick, the man can carry them go elsewhere. And the man do something for help we. Some of the same people when you chat off them mouth. You understand what I say? And we get up on social media and talk crap. Now peeps. There are plans afoot to develop some floating pier, something down at Port Royal. Zine? There have been discussions in the public suggesting that enough information is not being shared with the residents of Port Royal. I saw where the MP for Port Royal, Philip Palwell, why this thing look like a freeze up so all of a sudden? Philip Palwell has said that enough discussion is not being held, and other stakeholders have suggested that. As it relates to the cockpit country situation, when the government had commissioned Professor Weber to do a study of the cockpit country to help to establish its boundary, and Professor Weber would have said that all the previous studies that were done are important, and each of the boundaries that were created before should come together, and form the cockpit country protected area. Professor Weber's recommendations were ignored, and they ended up using the Paris-Lyoye boundary as the CCPA, the cockpit country protected area. We are seeing now in relation, and you see the confusion and the chaos that is causing in the cockpit country. We are seeing now where the University of the West Indies is also recommending that more consultation be had in relation to the pending development of areas of Port Royal, But the Port Authority of Jamaica has unilaterally dismissed the recommendations from the University of the West Indies. Deja vu. The Port Authority of Jamaica, PAJ, is rebuffing criticisms coming from some quarters over the massive development in Port Royal, aimed at reeling in millions of tourists per year as the government seeks to position Kingston as a prime destination for foreigners. In last week's Sunday Gleaner, the Department of History and Archaeology at the University of the West Indies argued that the Port Authority had failed to consult them on the projects to be rolled out in Port Royal. The department said it had the expertise and capacity to provide a meaningful contribution, given the sensitive nature of Port Royal's fragile ecosystem and historical significance. However, in response, the Port Authority has reiterated that it has carried out extensive consultation with other bodies and stakeholders. Given the historical, ecological, and environmental importance of Port Royal, this just sounds like a cockpit country situation. A co-management approach is being taken towards its development, which involves input from all stakeholders group, including the government of Jamaica ministries, departments and agencies, as well as academia and representatives from the Port Royal community. The Port Authority stated in its response to Enrique Ockneef, head of the Department of History and Archaeology. Contrary to assertions made, the Port Royal cruise ship port development utilized a multi-stakeholder collaborative approach that sees various agencies taking the lead on specific components of the development. Same thing we did hear about. The cockpit country. Oh, there was cooperation and coordination among stakeholders. And so with it, square one. The Port Authority added, there is no mandated requirement to consult with specific departments at the University of the West Indies, although the former chair of the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, who was integral to the early development activities of the project, is the head of the legal unit at UWI and former member of the faculties of Science and Technology and Law. Our contractor is a graduate student in archaeology in the Department of History and Archaeology at UWI. The PAJ said it was only responsible for the development of the Port Royal cruise ship port, which in phase 1 includes the collaboration with the JNHT on the extensive upgrade of Fort Charles, a key attraction in the town. The PAJ identified the Sea Walk, a recently developed technology for berthing large cruise vessels in similarly sensitive ecological environments. Sea Walk is a floating articulated mechanism that is motorized and under electronic control, which unfolds to meet a ship that is anchored in a stationary position off the shore. As previously advised, the Sea Walk was manufactured elsewhere and transported to Jamaica. The PAJ is not building a floating pier, stated the authority, and the Urban Development Corporation is responsible for the master development plan for the entire town of Port Royal. Alright, tonight stream is on the 17th of November 2019. Write it down. I promise you that there will be situations in the future where we come back to that same article here. Write it down. Alright. So we have 3 more things to talk about and then we'll call it a night. and peeps. All of a sudden, them something look like them want to freeze up. So we spoke at length on Friday night until the stream froze and crashed about the Brigadier Jerry situation. I also promised you on Friday night that I would have uploaded a video of an interview that his wife did, suggesting that the whole incident was a prank which went wrong. Prank gone wrong. Dancehall star jail in the US on shooting rap. Goes ballistic after wallet is hidden by friends. The initial report did suggest the wallet might have been stolen. As a matter of fact, I would have received some information separate and apart from them article here about persons who were nearby or near to people who were there. Veteran Jamaican entertainer Brigadier Jerry has been slapped with a battery of gun-related charges in the United States. But the incident may have been triggered by a prank gone wrong, his wife has said. The 62-year-old singer, whose real name is Robert Russell, has been charged with illegal discharge of a firearm, first-degree robbery, first-degree reckless endangerment, carrying a pistol without a permit, illegal transfer of a pistol, and altering a serial number on a firearm. Them charge along so. He has been held on US $250,000 bond, stemming from the November 11 incident in Waterbury, Connecticut, US. Russell will return to the Waterbury Superior Court at 400 Grand Street on November 27th. According to Russell's wife, it has been several months since the entertainer has visited Bertie's West Indian and American restaurant in Waterbury, Connecticut, the reported scene of the shooting. He has not been down there in a long time, several months. But he decided to go and hang out with his friends since he has been in the house all along. I was told that what triggered everything is that they, his friends, took his wallet and hid it, and he had a lot of money in his wallet. When he was asking for it, they were all laughing, and that aggravated the situation, she said in between tears. His wife of 35 years said she was told that her husband stormed out and returned, scooping up the money on the table where he and his friend had been playing. I was not there, but I suppose he was saying, "When me get back my wallet, when I get back on the money," she said, adding that her husband had never been accused of robbery. I have never seen Briggy display that kind of anger before. I have known him over 35 years, and he is the kind of person who will try to cool down a situation. This is sad, and it is a tough time for my family, but I have to stay strong. Russell appeared in court on Tuesday, and his wife said she has not seen him since then. I went to look for him, but there's a lot of paperwork to be filed. And a process to follow, and that will take 2 weeks, she said. The family has retained a lawyer, and they are seeking to come up with the required 10% of the bail bond. She said, "I want to especially thank those persons who have called to offer their assistance and words of comfort, although I have told them to hold off. Saying it is still enough respect and thanks," she said. Russell, she said, has apologized to his fans, and Russell, she said, has asked her to apologize to his fans on his behalf. When contacted, a management representative at Bertie's said there had not been any fallout with customers as of yet, Zane, and them said they can't speak on the incident because it is currently being investigated by the police. You understand? As I said, I would have received information from somebody who knows somebody who was there, because my understanding is that a lady was also among the group who was gambling. Alicat said Briggy look like some old kung fu fighter in a background picture. See? So apparently they were there, hearing also that he was probably drinking and was a bit tipsy. See? It is believed that he went to the bathroom, and when he came back, he could not find his wallet. You understand? Sorry, nobody now gave it. Him cut and circle back, and the rest is history. Or it's a mystery. You know what I think go. Someone go watch and see. Sad, unfortunate development. Man, them for low gambling. Whether you're young or whether you're old, low the gambling something there. You understand? It always work out. See? I know a man who serve 25 to life because of $50 in a gambling game. Well, I don't know him. I know his story. Because I cover it. You see? All of a sudden, them something I freeze up tonight. I do not know why. I'm going to close this up because this might be a part of the problem. I understand. What is that? Close this. MPs, as in member of parliaments, as in Jamaica, want more pay. Marlena Records, big up yourself. MPs want more pay. Well, on the piece, I'm going to take out some things off of my screen. Because I feel like I'm going to do one pull out video. And that's up here. Everything I take forever tonight. I don't know why this thing I'm so laggy. See? I'm not even use Restream. Oh, what were you saying there? Yeah, because I'm going to want to take out them things. Yeah. So I can operate with my screen better when I go edit. So I could deal with all the article here, peeps. MPs want more pay. One of the MPs who would have been interviewed by the Observer said, "You cannot blame us if a contractor offers us a gift because we want more pay." Good night, Miss Mark. One member of Jamaica's parliament has boldly admitted to accepting monetary gifts from contractors in order to bolster his salary, which he said was too low to meet the needs of his constituents and his home. The member, one of 7 who spoke with the Observer, all complaining about the money that they take home from the government each month, said that the time had come for the political administration of the day to address the pay of members of parliament, with a view to increasing it significantly, according to another MP. They all offered sorrowful stories about how they managed to stay alive and relevant while being paid their current salaries. Members of Parliament with no additional state duty get around $300,000 each month. A regular classroom teacher with no added responsibility, you know how much money them get a month? A regular police officer with no additional duty, you know how much them get a month? A regular nurse with no additional duty, you know how much them get a month? Members of Parliament with no additional state duty get around $300,000 per month, which those who spoke with the Observer described as inadequate. One even said, woefully so, to serve their own needs, let alone those of the thousands of constituents that they represent. One of them even described the salaries as shameful. And this is a man who earned twice the amount of salary a regular classroom teacher getting. You understand? And that regular classroom teacher do 30 more times work than that politician for the month, you know. Alright. Members of Parliament with no additional, well, we passed it already. One of them even described the salary as shameful. All of them asked not to be named over concern of being possibly targeted for backlash. If it had not been for my business, I don't know how I would have managed to function as a member of Parliament, one said. There are people out there who think that MPs are making this huge amount of money from being in politics. But how wrong they are. Many of our MPs struggle to stay alive each month, the parliamentarian stated. For rural Jamaica MPs, the situation was even more difficult, as they are forced to travel long distances, sometimes through treacherous terrain, to reach their constituents and see to their needs. Fix the road them. They highlight that they spend a minimum half of their salaries on petrol and bills alone. I spend regularly $150,000 on gasoline alone a month. There have been occasions when I have had to go up to $200,000 on petrol. Now, when you have to spend so much money for traveling purposes, what is left to do other things? Still, another MP turned on the defensive switch when he suggested that elected officials were forced to depend on other earners to whom they were in contact to ease their monthly burden. Please, I wonder if you really understand what go on there, so. Still, another MP turned on the defensive switch when he suggested that elected officials were forced to depend on other earners with whom they were in contact to ease their monthly burden. You know me, they like to ask, I do not know anybody who go to school to become a member of Parliament. I do not know that a member of Parliament is an employment, is a job. I know people who normally do okay for themselves, and who would have earned the respect and support of people, vie to represent people and become MP. I never know say being an MP in Jamaica is a job. You go to school for and you apply for and you get it. The man never make it sound like they were sent to school to become a member of Parliament. They graduated with upper class honors, in member of parliamentship. they would have applied to become member of parliaments. They would have been interviewed and accepted to become member of parliaments. So they are supposed to be paid the salary commensurate of their studies to become member of parliaments. The man said, sometimes they are forced to accept gifts from people, contractors, kickbacks. You can't blame us if a contractor offers us a gift. So we should not blame them if a Dan offer them a gift. Uno old vampire. You cannot blame us if a contractor offers us a gift, said one boldly, in reference to kickbacks that some MPs are accused of collecting from some of those who are awarded government contracts. I, for one, will not go to a contractor and demand money from him. But there are those out there who know the plight that you are facing and want to see how best they can be of assistance. So, what would you do? Not take it? I have, the MP said. Parliamentarians are known to come under severe pressure from constituents who often target them for assistance with personal projects and chores. It is common for members of parliament to fork out money to assist with doctors' visits, help bury the dead, contribute to wakes, assist with school activities, buy liquor at social events, or simply to give to those whose addiction includes always taxing elected officials whenever they are in sight. Some of what MPs are feeling is as a result of their own doing, one experienced MP stated. Jamaicans are now locked into a culture whereby MPs are seen as ATMs. Whenever an MP shows his face in a constituency, it is going to cost him. People just can't understand that MPs have lives too. Why? People just can't understand that MPs have lives too. They have their own families who depend on them for sustenance. They also have to pay for a light, water, cable, and put food on their own tables. There is this massive feeling that all MPs always have money on them. So when you tell a man no, you will hear all kinds of comments, including that he's not voting for you again, as if some of them ever did in the first place, the experienced politician said. He even suggested that one of the reasons some constituents complain of not seeing their MPs was because the parliamentarians were fearful of going through their geographical zones, as they are often put under pressure to let off money and other things. The suggestion by one MP that salaries of elected officials should be increased by at least 100%. Remember, I just telling you earlier, say an MP who has no additional duty, so he's not a senator, he's not a cabinet minister, he's not a junior minister, he's not a minister without portfolio in our office, gets an average of $300,000 per month. Now, this MP is suggesting that those politicians should be earning $600,000 per month. Speaking about being unconscionable. The suggestion by one MP that salaries of elected officials should be increased by at least 100% might not go down well with public sector workers. But the parliamentarian is firm in his opinion that more personal money in hand would allow them to attend to more needs of constituents. Appointed officials like ministers of state, and parliamentary secretaries are paid higher than MPs not assigned to ministry duties. Prime Minister Andrew Holness's salary was set at $7.27 million when he regained office in 2016, while that of the leader of the opposition was $6.4 million. The last publicly listed salary of the Minister of Finance was $5.9 million. Cabinet ministers $5.3 million. State ministers $4.8 million. And the lone parliamentary secretary $4.1 million. Senators last received $17,000 per sitting to attend meetings at the upper house and those at the committee level. Among the allowances for public officials is one for annual travel valued at $1.2 million, but not all MPs get it. MPs are allowed a driver and a constituency secretary. Unlike cabinet ministers, ministers of state and parliamentary secretaries, regular MPs are not given allowances to employ household helpers. Jamaica up to 5 years ago ranked among the Caribbean country. Well, Jamaica up to 5 years ago. Let me get that because I'm going to edit that video. We are edit that clip here now. Jamaica up to 5 years ago ranked among the countries whose parliamentarians were among the lowest paid in the Caribbean region. Jamaica up to 5 years ago, up to yesterday, was ranked among top among countries in the Caribbean with member of parliaments who do very little for them constituencies. So a balance, it quits. Another view put forward by 3 of the MPs interviewed is for the Holness administration to increase the money allocated to the Constituency Development Fund or CDF to MPs to assist their people. Members of Parliament are allowed to access $20 million annually from the CDF to assist with projects in their communities, including education and social improvement. The CDF was instituted by Prime Minister Bruce Golding in 2008 to assist MPs in implementing small projects, instead of having to go through the tedious process of central government. At the time, $40 million was allocated to each MP. This figure was slashed to $15 million shortly after the Portia Simpson Miller-led People's National Party took over the reins of government in December of 2011. However, the Holness administration pushed the figure back to $20 million after it narrowly won the February 26 general election. If the CDF could go up, it would reduce the demand on us for our personal funds, one of the MPs said. When Bruce Golding introduced it and started it at $40 million, it was the way to go. You could build on that. But when holier than thou PNP came into power in 2011, Portia cut it down. I don't even know to prove what. Now that Holness is back, the money has gone up. But it needs another review, the MP said. And Holness, funnily enough, last week hinted at the possibility of increasing allocations for MP under the CDF. Jamaican politicians have predicated their existence for eons now on handing out money to people. So no live on a create. You understand? You guys would have created, you have some countries in the world where the political representative walk through and just wave to everybody and gone. No one not ask them for nothing. But because of the pork barrel politics, you guys would have set a foundation but would have built a house and Zane, some will say and sinking son. So now it affect every man. Because when you create this handout mentality, so what do you think people are going to do? You understand what I say? Huh? Shut out them man. Is that them going to do? You feel me? So, it's not the people them create it. It's who create it. So why we are blame the people them now? A man say, a regular MP who get $300,000 a month, for you get $600,000 a month. And people, you know peeps, will go to school, sacrifice, to become qualified in them area of choice. I earn penny and fard and shilling, you know. And them man have the audacity, the nerve, for you say to a national paper, say politicians now get enough money and that them salary for increase by 100%. You know see what I go on? The man them must say right now, people not for surprise or feel no way when them take some money through the back door. When a contractor give them a food, the same contractor them where them are encouraged to overprice the contracts them so them can get the kickbacks. You understand me I say? Can you imagine when some civil servants can't find bus fare for go work a morning and a month not done it? Some civil servants live from paycheck to paycheck. Some civil servants who are millions of dollars in a loan because only so them can get by, and them a money who ain't gone to school for become the MP. See? And when teachers look at raise a pay, the police them or the nurse them look at raise a pay, your ear say we ungrateful. Zane, and we not no sympathy and we not understanding. And then again, some of them same MPs here who are embezzle and are misappropriate poor people money. Millions. And over the years, billions of dollars. Still have the nerve for want more. As Gregory Isaac say, the more them get, and the more them want. Tell you boy. Alright, peace. I'm going to wrap up that stream, you know. Yeah, so let me say. You know, I have been very bullish in recent times about investing in the stock market. See? As a matter of fact, over the weekend, from about Thursday, Wednesday, the NCB stock fascinates me. You understand? The NCB stock fascinates me. The NCB stock was trading for $202 about 4 days last week. And then the day when me decide I want copper piece site, it was trading for $205. Me I say, you know, me I try beat the thing and try purchase some stocks. Zane at $200 per stock. Hopefully somebody desperate and want to leg off for some stocks. It don't work out, and the next day it has trade for $211. So from $202 to $211 in the space of a week. So I never get it. So I re-order the stocks. Zane? And in a NCB, you can only acquire minimum 100 stocks. You understand? And that's almost $30,000 right off a wheel. So. Zane? And thing, and depends on what I trade for. You see me? Now, I want to reach a stage where I have at least 1,000 NCB shares. It's quite a bit of cheese that, but me not tap until I do that. I'm not very bullish on the Mailpac IPO. I don't know why. I have looked at the prospectus, Zane, and yes, I know that online purchase and shipping is becoming a trendy thing in Jamaica. Well, it is a trendy thing in Jamaica. They are the dominant import online service type thing in Jamaica. They say that they have a portion of the market over about some 70,000 customers. They are very bullish as it relates to acquisition and stuff. But for some strange reason, I now feel the Mailpac IPO. I might purchase some stocks in it still. See, I still probably need some more advice, but I'm going to share it with some people. I think Sagicor Select Fund is going live again on the 20th, so that one day this week. Zane, I know Lumber Depot is going live a few days from now as well. And you know Trans Jamaica them are come through soon and some other places. Mailpac targets $495 million from November IPO. So the courier company, Mailpac Group Limited, hopes to settle at least $263 million in debt into its parent company, Norbrook Equity Partners. And I suppose that's one of the reasons why I'm not very bullish on the Mailpac IPO, because they will be using at least 50% of the money to service debt. If they were using the money to expand, so you know, say a growth that and possibility of making more money, then me I say boom, so but I know. I suppose if them clear up them debt, them have more money to make to and them something. So there's another way. As I say, I learned that something here now. Zane, through a $495 million initial public offering or IPO of shares on the junior stock market, Mailpac, which used the borrowings from its parent company to revamp its infrastructure, technology, and strategic positioning since 2017, is giving up to 20% of the business to the stock market investors at $1 per share. That is probably the only reason why I'm going to buy some share, because of the share price, $1. Norbrook Equity will own the 80% share. That is the parent company. The subscription period for 500 million shares on offer under the IPO runs from the 22nd of November to December the 6th. Shares in the invitation are split between newly issued shares in Mailpac and existing shares for sale by Norbrook Equity. So Norbrook conducted 2 rounds of financing over the past 3 years, and the proceeds were invested in the portfolio companies of Norbrook, including $263 million into Mailpac services. So they have expanded in recent times. In addition to the typical repayment terms, the most recent financing requires that all net proceeds from the IPO of any Norbrook subsidiary must be used to pay down the facility, the company said in its prospectus. I have the prospectus. Yeah, that's about. You can't read through the prospectus on the stream. That will take forever. So this is a review article, Zane, a summarized article. So the remainder of the funds will be used by Mailpac for general corporate purposes, including working capital, operating expenses, and capital expenditure. If successful, Mailpac will come to market with $2.5 billion in capitalization at listing on the exchange. The company in September had a total equity of $27 million. So the delivery company's offer, which was released on Wednesday, comes in 5 million shy of the maximum capital raise. Of the maximum capital raise of $500 million to list on the junior market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Yeah, so they need $500 million to list on the junior market. See? But them say they might look $495 million. So I guess them have the $5 million somewhere. NCB Capital Market has been selected as the lead broker for the IPO. And some people are asking me, Teach, if I live overseas and I want to purchase stocks, how can I do that? NCB have one app when name IPO Go or something like that. You can seek out that. I think Sagicor also has an online platform where you can also purchase stocks on the go. I applied for the NCB one. JMMB is my broker, and I purchased my stocks through JMMB. But JMMB don't have an app. What they do on their website, they have a thing called Moneyline, where if you have money in another account, you can use it to purchase stocks, or you can send a stock purchase order, you can buy stocks or sell stocks, whatever you want to do, right? For JMMB. I am also a customer at NCB, so I want to be able to purchase stocks from different brokers if the opportunity presents itself. Zine, because I do not know that all IPOs JMMB will be a broker in. So me no want have to go. You understand what I say? So that is what me I do with that still. You understand? So now NCB Capital Market has been selected as the broker for the lead broker. I suppose there will be others. So I suppose JMMB and Sagicor and them places, Mayberry and all them places, there will be a broker as well. As a pull to potential investors, Mailpac is pitching e-commerce as a space poised for growth, and accordingly projects that its profit will grow threefold over the next 5 years. So the company recorded revenue of $851 million for the first 3 quarters of 2019. Peeps, that nobody know. For the first 3 quarters, so for the first 9 months of the year, for the first 9 months of the year, the company would have amassed revenue of $851 million. Zine? Which is a net profit of $203 million. So that nobody knows. So it's a company that is growing. So me I say buying some shares at $1 can't really hurt, I suppose, over the long term. Probably over the short term, but over the long term, I don't see it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, anyways. While online shoppers in Jamaica have jumped from an assumed 0.2% of the adult population in 2010 to approximately 6% today. This is a far cry from the penetration rates seen globally. A recent study shows that 76% of the US population shops online today. Accordingly, we believe that the business has only begun to scratch the surface of the opportunity it has in serving the country e-commerce needs, Mailpac said. Through partnership with its sister company, ePayment Group, Mailpac is also finalizing the launch of its own prepaid Mailpac MasterCard that persons can top up at different locations and utilize for shopping online, but only for items that are shipped through Mailpac. So the man them a move for galvanize them space in the thing. Zine? Even 305 on it is a good return. 30%. Careful what go on. So now peeps, this solution is targeted for the significant base of unbanked and underbanked consumers that have identified products online that they want to purchase but don't have a transactional tool to do so. The Mailpac MasterCard will enable this segment of the market to shop online and will ensure their purchases are shipped through Mailpac, the courier company said. Mailpac, and this is important, Mailpac is a decade-old company that has grown organically and through acquisitions. Its client base of online shoppers is estimated to be somewhere in the region of $50,000. I don't use Mailpac, but if I buy shares, I go and probably start to use them. You understand? Mailpac Group was newly formed to consolidate the operations of Mailpac Services and Mailpac Local. Zine and the rest of them. We don't need to go into that still. So, I mean, this is a sector that is trending up. Many more persons are purchasing things online and stuff. So, as me say, me not, for some strange reason, I'm not really bullish on the Mailpac IPO. But based on the share price, I mean, I'm not thinking that they hurt me for buy one couple thousand shares and make them go and bubble for a year or 2 or 3 and so I go on in the future. You understand what I mean? I say, so this is me just putting this out there for those persons who are looking at IPO to get them feet wet in the stock market waters. Seeing some people who are looking for a company with growth potential, seeing to invest in, then this is a possibility. So see it there, they come on stream on the 22nd. So as I said, chances are me probably go buy some shares based on the share price. You understand? It kind of really and truly difficult for a company to sell shares at $1 and 3-4 years down the road. A company they don't grow enough for you to earn on your initial investment. You understand what I say? And if I was to recommend that stock for the top of my head for anybody who is looking stocks to buy, is NCB. It's a very expensive stock, but it's a very high performing stock. I remember about 6 months ago, NCB was trading for about $150. Now it is trading for $200. Notably also, Wigton that was sold for 50 cents would have traded for over $1 for the first time since it was listed. On Friday, it closed trading at $1.01. So if you had spent $50,000 on Sagicor stocks, you would have made $50,000 plus by doing nothing. You understand? So right now, you then have $100,000 if you shouldn't sell your stocks them. Making back your initial investment of $50,000 plus getting $50,000. Imagine if you did buy 1 million shares in a Sagicor, in a Wigton, you would have made $1 million upon your $1 million already. You understand what I say? And that's the thing there. You see? So, you know, as the other IPOs come on board, we'll talk about them. As I said, I am no expert here. I am learning this thing. Zane. It excites me. Zane. I like to open my Moneyline account and see my money making money. I mean, chubbly, it just make money by itself. You understand what I say? Me like that. You understand? Me no know no like that. You see? And I just start build my portfolio. You understand? Hey, Kami Cakes, how are you? Kami, you need for email me. Email me or text me. The number them in the description. Zane? And thing. So, that's the thing that peeps. As I say, one less shoes, one less party, one less dress, one less pants, one less phone card, one less bug juice and banana chips. Each month you would be amazed as to how these things add up. You understand? You're not going to get rich overnight, Zane, but you can build wealth. You understand what I say? Take your time, do the research. I am no expert, so I can advise you if you go spend your money. But I can suggest to you, based on my early experience, that is a real thing. And Jamaica's stock market was voted as the best stock market out of 95 stock market around the world last year. Same thing for 2015. So money is here to be made. You understand what I say? And sometimes it's not the amount of money you make, it's the amount of money you save. It's saving. It's not money that you will need immediately. You understand? So if I the money there, you know, make no sense to spend it, but if I money where you can do it out for a little while, you would be amazed as to how it thing bubble up. You understand what I say? All stocks that are in my portfolio at this point in time are trading positively. Carreras would have, when I bought Carreras, I purchased it for $8.40. It went down to $7.70, but that never troubled me because now it is trading for $8.80. So me I make money upon that. My Westinco stocks, Westinco's annual report was made for amazing reading. So Westinco is growing. You understand? The Westinco stock is trading positively. The Wigton stock, like that over the roof. Me I look at a piece of NCB, I would have purchased stocks in JMMB, APO the other day. That not really list yet. So we are wait for them local things there. So we are build a portfolio and I share this to tell people. So look here, man. Money out there for me. You understand what I say? And all of we have family. All of we have children. You understand what I say? All of we have needs. Zane, some of we kind of young. Some of we are look for retire early. Some of we are look for travel the world. These are ways and means where we can, you know, balance the thing and set the thing. Zane, and as I told you before, this, as I just said them local things there, but as I told you as well, I am really and truly at a point where I will be leaving teaching eventually, probably sooner than you think, probably sooner than you hope. You understand? And this is part of setting the foundation for walking away along with the business, and as well as YouTube we continue to make a little money if come January the 1 the whole thing now got A-wire with the new changes from the CPPOA or whatever they want to name and them something. So we are trying to put some things in place here, peeps. You have to know how your things stay. If it is even $1,000, save it. If you can even save $100 a month, Zane, when a year done, a $1,200 that. You understand what I say? If you can save $1,000 per month, when the year done, a $12,000 that. So just do the maths. Peeps, big up on yourself. Nuts for the express. Yeah, man. I think nuts for this is trading for about $7 or $8. Me kind of watch nuts for. Me not get round to them yet. So many stocks up on the stock market. You can't buy all of them, you know. And it's always better to have many stocks in many shares in a few company than many shares in a whole heap of than few shares in a whole heap of company. I was told that somewhere along the line. So I would want a portfolio about 10 stocks, good performing stocks, stocks that pay dividend, stocks with growth potential in the company, and just go and tap them up monthly. You understand what I say? Imagine me I'll have 100,000 stocks in the NCB. Then me not good, man. I mean, I don't know when you're going to reach us still, but you have to think big. Peeps, big up on yourself. I'm going to wrap it up there, sir. I not even realize you're so late. I'm there chat on my face. You understand? Manners and respect. I appreciate the support. I know some people gone to them bed because night, you know. You see me I say, for the people that want to stay back and listen and go on, bless up. Zane, Mailpac, the 22nd, Sagicora come out soon. Lumber Depot come out soon. Trans Jamaica Highway come out next year, early next year. The JPS government shares come out soon. All the local things come out soon. So just go and look for it. You know, say, Scotia was one of my top recommendations when I just get my foot wet and that's something here. But I not see no growth in a Scotia stock, you know. So me go and just preach. So I am a Scotia customer as well. So me go and look and see. You understand what I say? I think there's trading in the region of $50 somewhere. About $58. I'm not sure. I have to go check it again. But me not see no forward movement in the Scotia stock. So me not too jumpy on that one there yet still. NCB me really and truly love her right now. You know, NCB look like a sexy girl right now. Where she can't pass me and me not even make she know that she's very attractive. You understand? Good morning, beautiful. How are you? Are you okay? I must say you're a most attractive young lady. You understand me? I say, hope you have a wonderful day. Then at least that me have to say, and then if vice right there, I say, you know, it would be remiss of me if I leave here today without asking you for your number. Me I go and go beat up myself. So, would I be asking for too much if I ask you for your number? I saw me an NCB apart right now. Me nah left her. Peeps! Yo, wagwan. You come grab me belly asa. The watcher, big brother wagwan. Happy belated birthday asa. Big up yourself. Peeps, good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. You understand? Have a productive week. Zane, you know what thing go. When you go on the road, if you don't have to drink, don't drive. If you must drive, do not drink. What about the highway you are talking about? Trans Jamaica Highway, that APO will be coming early next year, Brigadier. I will speak some more about it as it comes down. You understand what I say? And thing, as it comes down to the time. They are saying that will be the largest IPO in terms of shares that will be offered in the history of the country and money that it is hoped to raise. I think what the government want to do is to pay off the loan to the Chinese so them can own the highway themselves from early instead of waiting until the lease run off. And them something that people use the highway every day. More and more people are own car every day. So more and more people are use the highway to make money. So I use the highway upon a regular too. So me want piece of me I use. So we'll talk about that in the future. You know what I mean? And thing, peeps, when you go on road, load them Bluetooth headpiece there, load them headset something there. Stop separate yourself from the environment. Keep your phones in your pockets and in your bags. Use them only when you need them. Feel what I say? Them only about jewelry and them something there. Yeah, yours and you work for and you buy it. But people are pre. People will take it and people will take your life in the process. If you must take public transportation, try to travel in a group. If you cannot travel in a group, know the do's and the don'ts. Take the license plate number. Send it go give somebody. Tell people you're there. Tell people where you go. Always follow your instinct. If it feels wrong, it is wrong. Describe the car, describe the driver. Trust absolutely no one. For the people them every move them make in them life, them put it on social media and on them status, stop. People are prune, people are watching. Nobody no need for no say you're alone there yard. Nobody no need for no say your family gone a foreign. Nobody no need for no say the barrel come. Nobody no need for no say you go a bank go draw some money. You feel what me I say? For the people them when you live them personal life and them social media status, stop. Nobody no need for know what go on in the bedroom. You understand what I say? Be careful, man. Remember, some people are chase on the social media record or not seek employment, you know. Remember, say the holy grail for enough of we have to go to America. And when we go seek visa up at embassy, them are chase we, them are track we. Be careful. Peeps, manners and respect. You understand? Me I say, Miss Lady Clark, Dante Don, Ruth Daly, Junior Lewis, Zane, Danny Blackhorse, Kerry J, GR7 Scott, Finar, Damian Simpson, Dexter Rowe. Big up on yourself, you know. Miss Georgia Anderson, Iman, big up yourself, you know, bro God. You understand what I say? Jessen Anjo, blessings my friend. Think of the first time I see the name, you know. DeAndre Small, manners are respecting a bro God. You understand what I say? Craig Creations, manners. Spot where they are now. Father Dexter Rowe, I try to search for the name them in a Brocardi, Miss Joan Gray, Miss Winsome H, Miss Bernadette George, Zane, think me big up Craig already. Craig, big up yourself in the youth. KLBH 876, Enrique Rainford, Zane, manners are respect, you know. You know what I mean? Zippy, blessings in the Empress. Father Lyndon Johnson, Ali Cat, bless up, bro God. The most honorable bro God. Zane Olsen at the building up here, so Artist Henry. You understand what I say? I have to search the name them. You understand what I say? James Bond, my brother. I never know see you still about, you know. Cammy Cakes, Cammy. Link me. Mike Lewis, big up yourself. Coconut Jobs, manners. You know what I mean? J Skull. All of the people them when the comments when I comment, big up on the when the stream when I comment, big up on yourself. Dante Dan. You understand what I say? Peeps. Have a wonderful week, a productive week. Be safe, stay healthy, make some money. You understand? Make a difference in somebody's life. You understand? A word of encouragement, a pat on the shoulder, a hug, a smile, some food, a bus fare. You understand what I say? Zane, make somebody feel better about themselves. Invariably, it will make you feel better about yourself. You understand? Stop spending so much time complaining about trivial things. May what? Good night. About the things them when you have. Thank God for the things them when you have. No matter how bad your situation is or how rough you think your situation is, thousands of people out there who are in a worse off situation than you and I. So I could give thanks, you know. Miss Anika Graham, Juna Lewis, Lexus, big up on yourself, you know. You understand? Father Ken Prosper, manners and respect in the youth. You see? And thing, peeps, God favored me. Big up on yourself. Walk good. Step with Jah. Wednesday, 8:30, make it a date and don't be late. When I get for call in and talk, be a listen, you know. You understand what I say? You understand what I say? I said that already, though. I hope you understand what I say. You understand what I say? Peeps, Miss June Reid, good night. Be good, be safe. Walk good. Step with Jah. I'm out. Sammy's Gourmet Treats, blessings. Miss Georgia Anderson, blessings. Night, peeps. Take care.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. Teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, minds.